How's it going, guys? We are back in another video here, and this video is going to be how to score in NHL 22 on Breakaways. So it is back in NHL 21, and it was very well received. So this other video, again, it can change throughout the year due to patches and stuff like that, but these are the general ways to score on breakaways. I'm gonna just, go over, you see a lot of the same clips. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I score, but I'm gonna tell you what the most effective ones are, and yeah, let's really get into it right now, guys. So here we go. We're getting into it now. And again, when it comes to breakaways, it can be challenging. There's a lot of different things that go on. There's not always a guarantee you're going to have a clear-cut breakaway. So certain moves are going to be a little bit harder to pull off while, having breakaways and all those type of shots. It's not that easy. And of course, AI goalies, they're kind of a wild card. You just never know sometimes, right? Sometimes they're going to just all of a sudden just dive back across their body and make an absolutely wild save. But this is one always effective goal, I'd say, is to the forehand to the backhand. It's a very, very solid way. It's been a way for many NHLs now. And again, as you can see, Koskinen's making some crazy saves. It just depends, I guess, how the goalie's feeling. And, right now he's just stonewalling me. But in general, this definitely goes in a lot. Backhand, forehand to the backhand. It definitely has a lot of success. And I would say it's one of the smarter ways to score. Again, he's making absolutely crazy saves there. But in general, you'll have a lot of success here doing that move. There it is again, going in to the backhand. And again, it's McDavid, to be fair, yeah. But, I mean, in general, anyone will have a lot of success doing that move on the breakaway. I promise, even if it's ESHL with your guy, which is not even that high overall, it should go in a lot. And I think you should have a lot more goals on breakaways. And again, he's just stonewalling me right now, and I can't really understand why. But he just says, Koskinen is he's just being mean to me right now. This is not fair. But yeah, in general, that's a very, very effective way to score. And it can definitely, there it is, as you can see again. To the backhand, it's very, very, very safe to use. So there's another one I'm trying, and basically this one, again, I was recording this, pretty late, I'm not going to lie. I was having a lot of issues, but basically that's another way that I scored a lot in NHL 21 as well. If you, are skating straight, kind of gear towards the left, again, you see I had the post there, that does go in a lot, actually, believe it or not. So if you're skating in straight, you can kind of just curve to the left. If there's a lefty or the righty, yeah, that type of thing. It's hard for sure to master it, like I said. Or you could hit the post. I got post a lot actually another time. But yeah, I get the point. The goalie gets really, really beat. He commits and cheats so far over there. So it definitely, yeah, there it is. So it's just a matter of, I guess, how much you can catch him leaning. So there's one I kind of messed up. It's also up to your aim as well. I mean, remember, it's unless you have, for some reason, you don't have manual aim on, then it'd be harder. There's another one. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's definitely a pretty nice way to score. Not a guarantee it's going to go in every time. I mean, I feel like this game, NHL 22, there's really not too many guaranteed goals. I mean, there's definitely high percentage plays, right? But I feel like there's not oh, this is going to be a goal no matter what. That's the thing. But I think generally on breakaways, they're very similar to NHL 21. It's just kind of how it is, right? I mean, how many different ways are you going to make the score? I think the one thing that I'd always like to see for breakaways would probably be to score on 5-hole shots. That'd be really, not even just in breakaways, I mean, just in general, 5-hole shots. I'd be really, really cool to have that, and it's a different experience. That's what I think would be really, really cool to have as another animation or something like that. I mean, it could be a little bit cheesy because then goalies could be really, really broken and too easy to score on. But yeah, you never know. But anyway, this next move that you just saw, basically it's the hold forehand, backhand, forehand. It goes in quite often. I would say that probably is my go-to move on breakaways for the most part, especially with righties. Lefties I usually struggle with for some reason, but it's the same exact thing. Literally, it's just with a lefty. But yeah, I have a high success rate of scoring this. I think maybe the hold forehand, backhand, forehand might be actually the best way. Maybe it just really depends. I mean, I think whatever you're most comfortable with is really what it comes down to for the best or most effective way to score on breakaways, right? So this one I was trying to do, I was actually messing around and scoring a lot on that earlier, when I was playing a little bit earlier in free skate. I was kind of faking a forehand to the backhand, but I started having a lot of trouble here. So I wouldn't say this is the most viable option here. Is trying to load up for a one-timer, or not one-timer, but a slap shot, I should say, and going for it. But yeah, that one, like I said, still very successful the backhand, forehand, backhand. Definitely a goal I would say still is worth trying. But then the next one we got is a Datsuk flip, of course. That is still very, very effective. Yeah, it goes in like almost every single time, especially if you have like a high rated player with good deking. It'll be really, really successful. So yeah, McDavid, I mean, he'll have no problem with it, and most players will have no problem with it. I mean, honestly, especially if you're like playing, verses and stuff like that, there'll be high overalls, especially like Crosby and Kucherov and all that stuff. So yeah, if you get a breakaway, I mean, I'd say the Datsuk flip is also a very, very good option. I say that's right up there with the forehand, backhand, forehand. I personally, I don't know. I stopped doing Datsuk flips, I guess, like all the time. I don't know why, but I just feel like I guess it takes too much time. That's the thing. If someone's right behind you, you can't do a Datsuk flip because, I mean, they're going to catch up to you and you're not going to be able to pull it off. You're going to lose the puck. So that's the one thing to also keep in mind. And, there's another one going, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. So definitely a very, very, solid way to score. And again, I was trying another one there where you could kind of like hold forehand and then just flick up. That's kind of another, like that's what I was kind of showing you guys there. Yeah, that even from way downtown you could score like high slot there. But again, these would be like perfect shots, right? So I would say that these are like the most viable options and ways to score. Are like the high slot shots. Like you gotta be really confident that you can make pick your spot. Remember, guys, I think some people don't realize as well in this game is that honestly, it's all up to you on your aim and stuff like that. Like it's not NHL, like you do have a lot of control, like more than you think, I'd say. So, it's not really always, blame me, why is my shot missing the net so much? It's not really how it works. I mean, you guys have to actually aim properly. And trust me, I've always complained about it too and say, I always say like, how did I miss the net? How? And how could that be? Well, sometimes you mess up your aim and that's just what happens. So that's just the crazy thing about it. But yeah, I mean, there's not too many crazy different ways to score here. I mean, again, there's not like 20 different ways to score on breakaways. To me, the most obvious ones are the Datsuk flip, forehand, backhand, forehand is always a solid one. I mean, there's some other like little things you could do. Like, I mean, you could kind of like do a Datsuk and like just drag it and try to pull it to the post or something like that, which is not very effective. That's why I'm not really showing you ways to do that, because it's not really like a very smart way to score. Like everything I'm showing you in this video is ways I generally would try to score in a breakaway. I'm not just like making this up as like a joke, you know what I mean? And again, I was trying so hard there for some reason to wind up for the slap shot and then go to the backhand, and I wish you could do that, because in real life that's a thing. People definitely do that, and it's actually effective. So yeah, that would be very, very cool to see. But yeah, I mean, it just comes down to luck sometimes as well on breakaways. As you can see in this video, Koskinen has robbed me quite often on goals that I've scored quite often as well. But yeah, it just depends. So I mean, of course, the difficulty is on his online difficulty as well. So it's a little bit high, but I wouldn't say it's a main reason for it. I think Koskinen just having a really, really nice little run here. But anyway, yeah, as we get towards the end of this, though, I mean, could be decent sometimes. It has to be like, the toe drag and then to the forehand. It's not really an easy way to score, like, especially if you get in too close. I think I was just getting too in close here as well. It's possible to score, but yeah, you got to really, really make your perfect move for sure. And again, that's not a very easy thing to do. So as you can see, my most valuable way is the backhand, forehand, backhand is definitely the way, I would say. But, again, there's other ways. And I'm about to show you guys the final way to score on a breakaway. And it really was a cheese way to score, especially back in NHL 19 and 20 especially, I'd say. It was very, very, very cheesy. And honestly, probably always my way to score, and I think most people's ways to score on breakaways. It was very cheesy and unrealistic. I mean, I guess a Datsuk flip is pretty unrealistic too, but overall, it's something that I don't know how you can really even, it just depends. I feel like here it is, one-hand tuck. It's definitely not as often it goes in. I mean, it's more like a, I'm feeling it, I'll do it. Like, as a cheese, just trickled in there. It's definitely harder to actually pull it off, especially with, like, just every player. McDavid, it's more possible. There you go. I even hit the post. That's twice I hit the post. 2 went in, luckily, but it's again, not the best way to score for sure, but like I said, generally for me, guys, if I had to rank them, I think the number one would be to hold forehand and then go backhand, forehand. The second one would probably be, honestly, the backhand, forehand, backhand, and then I would do Datsuk flip next, I would say. Then probably the next one would be the holding the shot forehand and then just like striding to like the left or right, wherever, you know, your handness is, and then shooting the, you know, back against the green. So I don't know. It just depends, I guess, how confident you are on some of these moves. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel here. Follow me on Twitch, Henreek, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's, and join the Discord to talk to me. Follow some subscribers of the channel. As always, appreciate the support, guys. Hope it's helped you out. I know it kind of dragged on, and maybe I mumbled a little bit, but some of these are very, very important to understand and to know. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any other questions, I'll be here to help, and I'll see you guys in the next video.